All right, third grade, it's time for math, and this is a little bit different method that I'm using today. Hopefully it works just as well though. Our old program wasn't working, so we're trying something new. So today we're learning about area, and area means how much space an object takes up. So yesterday we were learning about the three-dimensional objects which you could hold in your hand, right? Well, those things you don't find about area for those. That's something we'll learn about later called volume. And we're not going around the outside of our shape. That's something called perimeter. Area just means if you have a universal measurement, like a square unit, and you say, well, how many of those squares would take up the space for each of these? Well, in this case, all three of these 6 squares are needed to create them, right? 6 squares there, 6 here, and 6 here. So they all have an area of 6 square units. Now, these blue shapes down here have the same idea. They still take up 6 squares. However, some of them, if you notice, there's some triangles instead. If you take a square and cut it diagonally in half, you get 2 triangles, don't you? So 2 triangles take up the amount of space as 1 square. So each triangle is a half of a square unit. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6. So it takes 6 square units. Same thing here, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6. And again, 6. So all of these things on this page have 6 square units. Now, uh, we can do the same thing for each of these shapes, right? There are 6 across, 6, 12, 18, 24. The area of this shape is 24 square units. The area of this L shape here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So those all have 12 square units. And you could do the same thing, except this time we have some triangles, so we have some halves. There are 16 in the middle, 17, 18, 18 and a half, 19, 20, 21, 21 and a half, 22. So that takes up 22 spaces. And you could do that with any of these shapes, right? You just count how many they are. That shows the area. So that's what we're doing today. We're just finding out how many square units something takes place. So in your workbook today, starting on page 159, you are going to look at some squares and you're going to say, well, how much space does it take up? Most of them are using squares. The first one's using rectangles. As long as they're the same for all of them, you can still say it has the same amount. 3 and 3, is that the same? Yes, it is. So you'd be able to shade those both in. So you're going to go by pairs. So are these two the same? If they are, shade them in. If not, don't. And do that same thing. So if you shade in one, you shade in the partner too. All right, so you're going to do that. Then on the next page, it's not shading both in. You have to shade in the one that has the bigger area, the bigger shape. So count up your squares in both ones. Which one has the bigger? Well, this has 5, this has 4. You judge. So you're going to shade in the one or circle the one that is bigger. So do that for all of these. You just pick one. On this side, you're going to count up how many squares it takes to fill the area, and then you draw a picture that has that many spaces. Don't do it the same exact way. Don't make it a plus sign again, but draw it a different way. And that's what you do on that page. You figure out how many are being used, draw a picture the same size. On this one, all you're doing is counting up how many squares it is. Remember, count halves for the triangles and write it in the bottom. They even give you the label square units. You don't have to write it. But when you do it later, when you have to write it yourself, you always have to make sure you say square units. They're not just units, they're squared. Here, you're drawing lines to show which ones make the same shape, or not the same shape, but the same number of shapes, which is the area. And your last page is what is the area of each of these. So you're just going to be figuring out how many are being shown. So finish those pages, and in just a second, I'm going to be showing your answers, but please do not look before you're done. Make sure you have your red pen, okay? Here we go. Red pen's in hand. Let's check it out. So we've got 3 and 3. Those are both shaded in. You really can't tell on this particular camera so well. I made it darker. Hopefully that helps. So the only ones, honestly, on this page that are not shaded in are B. Everything else on the page should be shaded in, okay? And then on this page, I'm going to see if I can back it up a little bit. We're a little close. Whoops. Nope, we're out as far as we can get. Sorry about that. On this page, all the first 3, it's the first one that's bigger. On D, the second one is bigger, and E, the first one's bigger. Now, on this page, We have to count what the area is. So this one has 3, 4, 5. Your shape has to have 5. It doesn't have to look like mine as long as it has 5 for its area. Here we've got 8, so this shape should be 8. Here we have 4, this shape should be 4. Here we've got 1, 2, 3. This one should have 3 squares or 6 triangles, right? Because for every half of a triangle, you got one. All right, on this page, we've got 9. Ooh, that's really hard for you to see, isn't it? Let's see if I can make it darker. There we go. 9, 10, 9, 6, 9, 10 for your area. Over here, we've got an X on the top. This one goes down to the bottom, and then we have 2 parallel coming up for the ones that are the same size. And then our last page today, our areas are 8, 5, 7, 9, and 9, 16. Hopefully it wasn't too hard, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Oops, where's the end? There it is. Oh, that's not it. I'm getting there, guys. Sorry about this.